G'day, this is Silly Swagman coming to you from the side of a big slope. How we going, everybody? Hope we're all well. As many of you know, my partner and I spent a few months digging out this Troopy, getting it ready to travel around Australia. So this video is about the battery that we use in the back here, the leisure battery, and that is a LiTime 280Ah LiFePO 4 lithium battery. So let's tell you a little bit about it and why we went with that one and how it's been going. So like I said, this is a LiTime lithium battery. It's a 280 amp hour. It weighs just under 27 kilos, which is really manageable considering the size of this battery. It has a 5-year warranty. It's all managed by an internal 200 amp BMS. So the BMS provides 100% protection against overcharging, over discharging, over current overheating, short circuit, all that sort of stuff. With this particular unit, they've paid close attention to low temperature operations, so safety with charging and discharging. Now in Australia, we don't have to worry about that too much, but considering some of the places that I go to film out in the snow, that is something that I had my eye on. It has a 10 plus year lifespan and I believe around 4,000 cycles at 100% discharge, which is massive. They also say it has a 3% self-discharging rate per month. So if you would just leave it sitting there on the shelf, at the end of a month, it may have gone down around 3%, which is really good too, and something that you need to be aware of if you're not using this battery regularly. So maybe you've got it in the car, but you're only going camping and plug it in the fridge once every now and again. The size of the battery is 52.2 long by 24 wide by 21.8 centimeters high. Sorry, I didn't give that to you in millimeters for all the tradies out there. Welcome to the chateau. Follow me in here, if you will. How's this going to look to the gang? Pop a light on, no problem, I can do that. Now, why did I decide to trust and partner with LiTime when it came to the battery for this Troopy build? Because I put so much time and effort into it. So I spent days, weeks looking into what charger to use, what battery to use, the solar setup, the whole 12 volt setup, right? Like I go nuts when it comes to this stuff. Like I just research and go into a deep dive, right? And so everything apart from the battery, when it comes to the 12 volt system, is out of our own pocket. Like I got all the chargers, solar panels, everything. It is just the battery that LiTime jumped on to sponsor for the Troopy build. So anyway, I digress. Where I was going with all of this is while I was on that deep dive, there was really only 2 channels that, and I know there's more out there, but there were 2 that I found really reliable and I kept going back to. They were both American guys. The videos weren't sponsored. It was all out of their own pocket, but you could tell that they had a professional background in what it is they were talking about. And it wasn't just with RVs and motorhomes, it was with houses as well. You could trust what they were saying. They covered so many brands and they'll compare them side by side, running all these different tests. And LiTime kept doing really well. Like they never spoke poorly of LiTime and they spoke quite highly of it, especially as an affordable, well-performing, reliable battery. So that's how LiTime got onto my radar. And at this point, they're really just specializing in the batteries themselves. So I had other chargers in mind that I went and placed orders for. I had an email from LiTime representative asking if they could jump on board and sponsor the battery for the build. And I just thought, is someone listening to my phone? Maybe they are, I don't know. Anyway, they send it out to me. Now, this battery has been working full-time while we've been on the road for like 4.5 months now, right? So we haven't just done a couple of tests with this thing. We've been running a fridge off it, a 62-litre fridge, dual zone. We've had it all working at about 3 degrees, though, full-time. We've been charging and running both our laptops off them. Now, I edit videos, so that's hours and hours and hours of sitting on the laptop, drawing power. Grace is doing her photography, so she's on the laptop working a lot too, drawing power. Several different lights here that we're constantly charging up off this battery. We ended up getting a 12-volt kettle about maybe a month ago, 5 weeks ago, and we used that, I'd say, at least 3 times a day. And then I've just got all the camping gear that needs charging. I've got the inReach SOS device, etc. So we've got a fair bit of stuff, but we're not running induction cooktops or anything like that. So how has it been going for us, and why is it a good size battery for us? This isn't my first time installing a 12-volt setup into a car. I've probably had about 3 other setups before, maybe 4. And because we are traveling Australia and we will be going remote and we will be away from power sources for a long time, I wanted it to be 100% self-sufficient, right? So I didn't want to have a week of cloud and then the battery dies and all your food goes off and you can't cool the fridge, etc. But with this 280 amp hours that I've now got with this LiTime battery, it's so much peace of mind. Now, as I was saying earlier, we've been on the road maybe closer to 5 months now, and I've never seen it below around 75 to 80%. And this has been monitored all through winter. We left at the start of winter, a lot of below zero nights, woken up with frost, tops of the water jerry's frozen, water frozen, etc. And the battery has performed really, really well. So at the moment, I do actually have a 50 amp hour DC-DC charger. I've got it set to 30 at the moment just because I wanted to see how it would go off that. I've got a 170 watt solar panel on the roof with a 30 amp MPPT charger for that. And it just does such a great job because we might only drive for a couple of hours and then we could be sitting in the one spot, not moving, not driving for 4 days to a week. So for that battery to be as full as it is, as often as it is, that's a win. So we've been really happy with this battery, with our experiences. And again, it's been full-time running for nearly 5 months now. So that's peace of mind for us. So there you have it. That's what's basically been keeping the lights on for us in the Troopy the last 4 or 5 months. And if you're after a battery for your setup or maybe something at home, you can get 5% off with this code here. I'll put a description, the link below. Silly5, 5% off. Not loads, but believe me, when it comes to putting together a 12-volt setup, every little bit helps. That's for damn sure. But don't forget to ask yourself what you're using it for, how often you're going to be using the battery, and do the calculations. You can find them online. The calculators are there to help determine how big the battery needs to be, what your use is, what size solar panel, etc. It's all online, and they make it easy these days. Or go to a professional, get it installed. Anyway, boys and girls, thanks for watching. I am editing up a video as we speak. We just spent a week out at Wilson's prom, so I'll have that video up hopefully next week. Catch you guys. That's the out.